Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know I'm wearing the same shirt, yay. Just filming another video, so I'm making another one right now about my catfish story, and it's really like ridiculously, I hope it's not too long, like it doesn't need to be long, but it's really crazy. Like but my catfish story actually happened well before catfish was even a thing. I wish I came up with the television show because I was well being catfished like long before Neve and Max were being catfished. And I actually wrote an email to them about like, can you please help me? Even though it was, long after the situation happened, and I guess they skipped over my email or something like that because my shit's a good story. It would have made a good episode on MTV. They wildin'. So my situation happened when I was in high school. I think I was like 15 or 14 or something like that. Or maybe I was like older than that. It happened until like I was like 20. It was like a long period of time. I was on MySpace and I was like really popular on MySpace because I'm taking these crazy pictures. Come home every night from school. Like first thing I do is take a picture of my outfit. I'm just like flexing on MySpace, man. Flexing. So this guy hits me up and he's just like, hey Shad, you cute, he's writing all these numbers in his words and he's putting extra letters in his words, unnecessary and very difficult to read, but I thought it was so cool and I thought he was so fine, and I'm just like, oh yes. Like he said he was Hawaiian and black and he was from New York too, and he had all this money and he was a model and he was this and he was that, and I was just like, yes, like this is it. I'm finally gonna like marry young and all these things, and yeah. So we're in a relationship and everything's going real gravy between Mrs. Davis and Mr. Davis, because his name was Anthony Namajaw Davis, and yeah, everything's going great. So he meets this other girl, and apparently she was at my rival high school. She's in my rival high school and her name was Holly Gray, and they started talking to each other too. Me and him are still together. We're in a relationship, online relationship, even though I never talked to him, text him, heard his voice, anything like that. So next, they're best friends on MySpace, and I remember one day they updated the status saying, I'm on the phone with Holly and I'm on the phone with Anthony, and they were just like kiki and ha 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 on the phone, and I'm just like, bruh, I ain't never talked to him on the phone before. How the hell? This hoe ain't even put as much work into this relationship as I have, and all of a sudden she's on the phone with this nigga? Like, the fuck? No. So I sent him a long ass MySpace message, and I'm just like, no, like, where's my phone call? And I'm just like, what is life? Like, why am I not getting a phone call? I don't even know what your voice sounds like. It was my boyfriend. So he's like, I'm so sorry, like, I'm busy, my phone's not working, I didn't like pay my bill, I'm in Australia, all this bullshit. And I'm just like, bruh. So I kept like bringing that up all the time. I was threatening to leave him, things like that, and he's like, please no, oh my god, please. And I'm just like, why am I even bothering? But I just kept staying in a relationship because I kept telling everyone that I was in a relationship with him, and everyone would go on his MySpace page and look him up and see how fine he was and things like that. And yeah, I remember there was multiple times I would like schedule meetups and things like that, and I'd be like, okay, I'll meet you at the movie theater, meet me there, and I'll go with my friend, and then he would never show up and stuff like that. And it got so bad to the point where I actually like bought an extra graduation ticket to my high school graduation, and I told my mom everything about him, and she was like, okay, I'm ready to meet him, whatever. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna come, and then he never came till my graduation. I still have that ticket to this day. He ain't never came. So anyways, him and his little best friend Holly, we got into a spat on MySpace because he broke up with me to get with her, and they ended up being in a relationship, and then he broke up with her to get back with me, and it was just a mess. And I was just like, what the fuck? So then one day I was in my mall, my local mall, which is like ended up being the biggest mall in Georgia, and she was there. And I'm walking behind her, I'm studying her MySpace pictures, I'm realizing who the hell she is, and I realized this is that same hoe that took my man, my little fake MySpace man. So I'm like with my cousin, I'm just like, yo, this is that hoe that was talking all that mess on MySpace, talking about how she gonna take my man and blah blah blah. So I run up behind her and I get in front of her, and I'm just like, oh, you ain't got nothing to say now. I'm just like, you gonna take Anthony from who? And she was just like, but her best friend with her too, who got a mouth, and her best friend started going off, and my best friend started going off, and I'm just like ready to fight. I'm not a talkative person when it comes to fighting. I'm just ready to fight. I'm about to touch her and wait for her to touch me first. So I just start getting like, I'm just getting annoyed because I know she's not gonna touch me, so I start getting loud. I start getting loud. Everyone stopped. Everyone's staring. They think we harassing this little white girl, but we not. Well, we probably was. I guess I don't. Whatever. I was young and stupid. And so yeah, we just made a big commotion. Everyone just started staring at us, like gathering around us and things like that. And security had to come and break it up, even though there wasn't nothing. And then after that, you know, I was like, look, Anthony, you gotta choose me or her. And he ended up choosing me, or he probably like made an extra profile and made it seem like he chose her. But I think that's what happened. But he, on his main profile, he was choosing me. So when I went back home, my MySpace page was hacked. And I was like, oh my God. And I was terrified because I had like a lot of messages of me and Anthony talking. And it shows that we never met each other. And I told people that we met each other and things like that, even though I didn't have any photos of us or anything like that. I'm terrified, I'm freaking out. I don't know who did it. And that's when I found out another girl at my school got involved with her sister. Her name was Clarissa. And she was one of those girls that really stood out. Like, she was like really seen. She was black, but she was really light skinned, and she was really seen and goth, and just kind of like no one like really talked to her because she looked weird. She wasn't like that cool scene. Like, she was just like devil worshipping scene kind of thing. No one really talked to her. She got involved too, and she would like make threats at me at school, and she'd be like, ooh, Anthony's my best friend now, what are you gonna do about that, and this and that, blah blah blah. And she'd be all over his page and like, oh my God, Anthony, you're so funny. And like every picture he had, she would like it and comment and say something and just constantly be on his page and things like that. And when I went to school the next day, she would like, you know, try to step to me and be like, oh, you know, what are you gonna do now? And she would like openly show how she liked Anthony, but Anthony would never reciprocate it for some reason. So I came to the conclusion that she hacked my MySpace and my Facebook page because I was stupid enough to make a Facebook page with the same email address, and that got hacked too. And then I like, you know, had to start all over from scratch. So I didn't have anything from Anthony or anything like that. And then somehow he found me, and he messaged me like, you know, I'm in college. I was like, I'm done with this. Too many people are getting involved. This seems weird. I'm trying to meet this guy that no one even knows of. He just seems fake. His pictures are not adding up. Nothing makes sense anymore. And so many people from my school is getting involved, and it's just like so weird. So I like stopped messing with him. I stopped messaging him. I'm just done with the whole thing because Clarissa got involved, and her little sister got involved, and her little sister's a little bit more ballsy than her, and they're both crazy. They're both stepping to me at school. They're pulling my hair. They're tripping me. They're like they trying to fight me, you know, and they just seem like some hood ass goth girls, which is so weird. I ain't never met nobody like that before. But they was just like really mean. Like, they were like pinching me as I walked by and certain things like that. And I'm just like, bruh, this is getting too much. Like, she wants Anthony, she can have Anthony and his fake MySpace profile, whoever this is. I went to college, and yeah, so I was just done with him. Like, I just didn't want anything else to do with him. I didn't block him or anything like that. I just stopped replying to his messages and just texts and things like that. I remember I went into a huge depression because I wasn't with him anymore. That was my first relationship. And I just went into this huge depression. I didn't know what to do. My mom didn't know what to do. And everyone knew he was fake, but I still wanted to meet him because it was somebody that I felt like I was in love with them and stuff like that. After that, I got over that, went to college, had a time in my life for the first couple of months. And then he messages me and it's just like, I want to meet you, you know, we never finished what we started and all this stuff. And I was just like, bro, okay. So I gave him another chance. We started talking. We still wasn't talking on the phone. We still wasn't like doing anything that I wanted to do or normal people were doing in relationships, like talking on the phone and like meeting each other and stuff like that. And we weren't doing any of that. So I was just like, what is life? Like, why am I still doing this with this clown? Like, he won't even come meet me or nothing like that. And he gave me an address. So I'm just like, bruh, I didn't have a car at the time, so I took my mom's car. I was very accustomed to stealing my mom's car to go places. And then I was driving 40 minutes away and I'm texting my friend and I'm just like, I'm gonna go meet him. And she's like, girl, do not go meet this guy. He is probably not who you think he is. He is not, like, shouldn't he meet you? And like all these things. She's like trying to talk me out of it, and then she gets her sister online, and then they're both trying to talk me out of it. And I'm like, no, this is the one chance I can finally go meet him. Like, I've been wanting to meet him for years now. You guys know how long I've been talking to him and things like that. And they're just like, girl, please, like, please do not go. Like, and they're like they stop whatever they're doing to come get me and talk some sense into me. And I'm just like, no, I want to go meet him. So I'm driving. I've never been on the highway before, but Georgia's nothing but highways. And I'm just like, fuck, like, I don't know how to drive on the highway. So that stopped me. I was just like, fuck it, like, I'm not gonna do it, because they're right, you know, like what if this guy, I'm so like blind by thinking like we're in love and stuff like that. I'm gonna go meet some crazy guy at his house in like 40 minutes away from my city. And yeah, that's pretty much how it ended. So I don't know, like to this day, like I still try to figure out, I try to put the pieces together to figure out who I was talking to for years, like, and he included so many people from my school, and he was just like, it was just crazy. It was so messy, it was so ridiculous. It's just a really weird situation. I still to this day do not know who he was, and he just like left his Facebook profile alone. Maybe I'll ask him one day. Maybe I'll ask him today. Like I just want to know who it was. Anyways, so that's my story. I try to make it as brief as possible, but I hope I didn't leave anything like crucial out. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on Snapchat. I have not been advertising that as much, but do make sure you follow my Snapchat because I am really funny. I think I'm funny. But I'm funny. Anyways, so I guess I'll see you guys next time. Catch y'all later. Peace out.